Villagers in Romania are going to go hungry this winter, the inevitable consequence of the worst drought the country has witnessed for several generations. The large farming community is still waiting for compensation promised months ago by the Romanian government and the European Union. Al Jazeera's Laurence returned to one rural community which saw crops withering in the fields in their summer season to see how people are preparing.
In the villages of Romania, they've known for months that this crisis was coming. By now the harvest should have come in and at least some of the fields should have been replanted for next year. But for now it's just bare earth or dead crops. One enterprising local bought what remained of the cornfield from the landowner. We found him digging it up for animal feed.
It's the same with everybody. Nothing grew for anyone. Nothing grew in anyone's garden, not onions or tomatoes or anything. Nothing, nothing. The work was very bad because we work in the day and there wasn't enough. There was no crop. The poor farmer put a lot of money into making something from it, but because of the drought, he lost a lot.
This was the reason much of Romania will go hungry this winter, the summer heatwave and drought, which brought the highest temperatures anybody could remember. Membership of the European Union couldn't help Romania now. The crops, which support more than half the economy of this country, failed in front of people's eyes. We returned to the same village where a few months ago they'd been warning of impending hunger, to find their predictions coming true.
We don't have food for the winter. Some of the people, a few, have bought a pig and grown it, but there aren't many. Everybody, children, parents, having to take money from the children's allowances. When we have food, we eat. When we don't eat.
The failures then of their government and the European Union, either to compensate or limit the damage, have had a profound effect. Financial aid has yet to arrive. They can't begin to pick up the pieces.
It's the knock-on effects of all this which are so severe. No harvests means a huge dent in Romania's national economy. No harvest means the farmers can't sell their crops for a profit in the autumn and then replant these fields in the spring. And crucially, no harvest means no food on the tables in the villages this winter.
But the ultimate insult is to be found in Bucharest's corridors of power. In what's become a huge scandal, even by the corrupt standards of Romanian politics, the country's agriculture minister was forced to resign after being secretly filmed accepting bribes and kickbacks in return for agreeing to grant lucrative contracts to specified businessmen. This, by the way, the same man who called a state of emergency in the summer during the heatwave. Among the bribes, 200 litres of plum brandy and boxes of sausages. It may sound funny, but they're not laughing in the villages.
This was the flagship of farming in Romania. Why should he bother about us now that he destroyed us? Why would Minister Remes be bothered about us when he filled his larder with sausages? Maybe only when he needs more sausages. A crook and a thief. He must be shot.
The crisis in the fields has served to highlight many problems with Romania, among them the disorganised way that the economy works and the country's second-rate standing inside the European Union. But mostly the fact that in this country there are a very few very rich people, and then there's everybody else. Laurence, Al Jazeera in Romania.